Fashion Meets God here, where I talk about most things faith and fashion / beauty. And today I'm going to be talking about my acne battle and the battle that's been going on since I was a freshman in high school. Just some tips that I know are pretty obvious, but they weren't that obvious to me, and it's definitely helped clear my skin up a bit. So if you yourself are struggling with acne, especially adult acne, and you're just tired of it, and you know, you just want some encouragement, because I know we all need it, then keep watching. So I'm in Manila right now, and I got here Friday last week, so that's why we have a different setting going on. I promise I didn't even set that bamboo looking thing over there. That's just how my aunt and uncle's room is designed, and I was like, oh, this works. I could work with this for a few days. I decided to really take advantage of this time, just to take a whole basically day to shoot photos and videos for Fashion Meets God, and I was really excited because I don't have to worry about a chicken in the background and using a backpack ever again. All this crazy noise. So I was really excited until I landed and I got a breakout right here, and it was just huge, it was massive, and it was really discouraging because it was right there. But you know what? I said, whatever, we're just gonna push through with these videos. I don't care if I have this huge zit in between my eyes, and we're just gonna make it work. And it inspired me to make this video on acne, especially adult acne. I have been struggling with acne ever since I was a freshman in high school, so I know that's pretty normal, but I have very oily to sensitive skin. So it started when I was a freshman, and I would just get some bumps in my forehead and a few spots, but nothing too crazy. It just looked like braille on my forehead. Throughout sophomore year of high school, I definitely started breaking out just a bit more. I started getting more bumps in my forehead and more spots around my face and my T-zone area. So that went on for about, you know, sophomore and junior year of high school. And then in senior year of high school, it was divine. I went on Accutane, and if you don't know what Accutane is, it's basically this pill that you take every day. I forgot if it's one pill or two, but it's just this pill that you take every day, and it worked wonders on my skin. I had to get blood work drawn monthly, and it was totally worth it. I was told that my face looked like a porcelain doll, and it was flawless, and it was like, you know, just everything that a teenage 16, 17-year-old wanted to hear. Then freshman year of college came, and I was still finishing up my Accutane, so it still held up throughout freshman year of college. And then I moved to the Philippines, and bye-bye clear skin. I was commuting every day to school for an hour and a half, and the pollution in Manila is ridiculous. So I started breaking out on my forehead again, and especially on my T-zone and on my cheek areas and around my mouth, and it was not fun. Stress from school added to it as well, and I had the makeup skills back then that were decent enough to cover everything up when I needed to, but you know, it doesn't help when, even if you cover it up with foundation and you still see it peep through and you just see the bumps and there's texture, and it still brings your self-esteem and your confidence down. So for the next 2 years, I went on Accutane 2 more times. There was a time where I took it when I was in the Philippines, and it was my last year here, and I went back to the States, and apparently the dosage that they gave me in the Philippines wasn't high enough. So I went on it again with the right dosage, and it only cleared my skin up a little bit. I don't know what the difference was. I also was on birth control a few times. Apparently I had a hormone imbalance. I had more testosterone in my body than hormones. So that also created the cause of breakouts as well. And the birth control helped. It controlled it, and I didn't break out as much, but I knew that I couldn't be on all this medication forever. So after that, I moved to California and I was still breaking out, but I mean, my roommate and I were not eating the healthiest, so I can't even I already know where most of that already came from. I was looking at this picture from 2015 and I remember it so vividly because it was such a sucky moment. I was in a grocery store parking lot waiting for my friend. I was clicking away with my camera with this random flower that I had, and I just remember trying to hold the flower in different angles because I was trying to cover the breakouts that I had on my chin, and especially right here. I had it again here, and you can see it clearly in the picture. I just wanted to be that girl again with the porcelain doll face and flawless skin, and it was just downright frustrating. And this was after a 3-month-long missions trip that I had, and you know, it's something when the enemy can just feed you deception and lies that you aren't beautiful or you look a certain way, and we give into it and we believe it. Now it is the best it's been besides my time on Accutane. I am still getting breakouts here and there, especially on my cheeks. I have one right here and it's coming out. I still have some bumps on my forehead, which I believe is coming from sweat as well in the Philippines, and it's just like gunking up there. But it's still definitely frustrating as I enter my late 20s and I'm still getting acne, and I thought that when I was in high school this would only happen in high school and I would never get adult acne, and here we are. So I definitely know how it feels. I know the struggle of trying to find the right medications and the solutions for it and different products, and I went to the dermatologist all throughout high school and college that was 45 minutes away. I would go there at least once a month and get a cleaning. And again, no matter how many layers of foundation or concealer you try to cover it, it's still looking like a cookies and cream chocolate bar. So if you are going through adult acne, I'm with you. I am praying for you. I know how it feels. I know how frustrating it can be. And I just want to remind you, I say this all the time on Instagram and on the blog, but God thinks you are so stunning. Don't forget that. So here are 5 tips that have helped me improve my skin. They are something that is probably really obvious to some. I wasn't paying that much attention, and it wasn't obvious to me until it clicked way later, and I was like, oh, I should probably be doing this. So tip number 1 is make sure that all of your makeup is completely off at night. I told you, obvious. There's a time where I would just take one makeup remover wipe and feel like that was enough. So I would use that all over my face, and I saw on the wipe that there was makeup on it, so I just thought that all of it was off. But it wasn't until I switched into my cellar water and I had to count how many cotton pads I use each time I take my makeup off at night, and I just kept going and going and going to the point where it was more than one makeup wipe. So I thought I probably should have been using more than one makeup wipe. Tip number 2 to help improve your skin is to check the makeup products that you're using. So for example, if I had a breakout on my chin or around my mouth, I thought it was just because of the fast food that I ate the night before, and I just assumed that. But in actuality, when I actually thought to change my foundation or change my concealer, that's when it actually started clearing up. So yes, of course, what you eat and what what your body intakes is a part of your skin and your face, but obviously it's also the kind of makeup that you are using. Tip number 3 is to drink a lot of water. This has been said a million times and it's really no secret, but I would drink water, but to drink as much as I need to intentionally is something that I've just recently been doing. I didn't really grow up trying to be intentional and drinking how much water I actually needed to. So now I've been intentional. How many times am I going to say intentional? So now I've been intentional on drinking at least 2 to 3, sometimes 4 liters a day. And even if I'm bored, I kind of just chug down a half a liter because I know I need it and I need to get, you know, that much in. So just being really aware of how much water you're actually drinking and making sure that you get enough. Tip number 4 in improving your adult acne is to do your research. What I found really interesting is acne mapping. They have a ton of articles on acne mapping and why you're breaking out in a certain spot. So for example, I just brought up an acne map. But if you're breaking out on your forehead, it's possible that it's from liver issues, stress, irregular sleep, poor diet. If it's the temples or the eyebrows like I have right there, it's poor circulation, diet's too high in fat, processed foods or alcohol. It's around the mouth area, spicy or fried foods, certain toothpaste. This is interesting because there's only a certain brand of toothpaste that I can use now because it doesn't make me break out. It is the Colgate Optic White toothpaste. Tip number 5 is don't pick. This is something I'm preaching to myself because I am such a picker, and that's how I got this, and that's how it basically turned into a scab, and that's not fun. If you want a proper cleaning, then go to the dermatologist because they know what they're doing. They know they have all the right tools and steps and process to do that properly, and then even afterwards they give an antibiotic and other ointment so that it doesn't flare up and do other crazy stuff. So that is pretty much it. Those are the 5 tips that have been helping me improve my skin and also just my acne battle through the years. So I just want to encourage you again that if you are battling with adult acne as well, that you aren't alone and God sees you as something so much more than just your outward beauty and your skin, and he already knows everything that's happening here and whatever else is happening in and throughout your body. So just remember to always find your identity in him, and your value is in him, not in anyone else or what the enemy may throw at you and feed you, but that you are beautiful in our Lord's sight. So I hope this was helpful and encouraging for you guys, and until the next video, I will talk to you later. Bye!